What's up, people? Welcome back to Daily Red Devil for all of your latest Manchester United transfer news and talk. Hope everyone's doing well on this Wednesday evening. Hope everyone's doing well on this Wednesday evening today. I hope you guys all enjoyed the game earlier against Lyon. Really good match. 1-0 to Manchester United, obviously with that really nice goal from Donny van de Beek. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And we've got an absolutely massive show for you all this evening. So please make sure to smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost any money. It's totally free, so why would you not do it? Right, on tonight's show, we're going to be talking about Amrabat, Charlie Savage, Donny van de Beek, Johnny Evans, the Glazers, of course. We're going to be talking about the goalkeeper, Kovar, Onana, Rasmus Hojlund, Sergeant Ratcliffe. We've got so much to get into on today's show, guys, so do get involved in the comment section. Do let me know how you're feeling about all the topics we discuss, because I always do look forward to seeing you guys' opinions. So let's jump straight into it. Let's start off with some positivity. You know I like to do positivity here, guys. I'm not Mr. Negative. I like to do positive stories when we can. Now, we've got a bit of breaking news coming in the kind of last half an hour or so from Fabrizio Romano that Onana is at Carrington and is doing the end of his medical right now. So very positive. Onana looks like he will become a Manchester United player. It's all but confirmed. He's doing his medical at Carrington right now. There was some sort of issue with the transport or something, I don't know. He was supposed to be here yesterday, but for some reason he only arrived today. So we have seen the footage. Onana is at Carrington right now doing his medical, and he will become a Manchester United player. We might even get the announcement as soon as tonight, guys, potentially. You never know. Let me know in the comments section, when do you think the Onana announcement will be? I think it could be tonight. I do. Maybe 10 o'clock tonight, 11 o'clock, or it'll be tomorrow morning. But either way, it looks like Onana will be a Manchester United player. There's someone on Twitter now saying that Onana is doing his photo shoot now, guys. So he must have already passed the medical. He's doing his photo shoot at the moment. He's doing his photo shoot at Carrington, and he will become a Manchester United player, guys. So that's really positive. Super excited to see Onana in the beautiful Manchester United kit. But yeah, we will keep you updated on that one as soon as we get the official Manchester United announcement. Of course, we will go live, so make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit the notification bell. That's the Onana update. Let's move swiftly on to the next topic. So there's one thing I wanted to bring into you guys. All right, we've had the positivity. Now let's kind of bring it down a little bit. There's a story coming out today saying that apparently at the moment Rasmus Hojlund earns 520 grand a year at Atalanta, which is roughly £10,000 a week. Okay. Manchester United are going to times his wage by 8 times. So that would mean he'd be on around 4 million a year. I mean, that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? We're going to times his wage by 8. That still is only about 80 grand a week. So the title of the video does say mega contract. Just to be very clear with you guys, Rasmus Hojlund only earns 520 grand a week at Atalanta, 10 grand per week, sorry. 520 grand a year, 10 grand per week. And Manchester United are going to times his salary by 8 times. So he'll be on about 80 grand a week at Manchester United, which I think is actually quite good, to be honest with you. This was coming in from a journalist in Italy today saying that Manchester United will times Rasmus Hojlund's wage by 8 times. That sounds a lot, doesn't it? But 80 grand a week? Is anybody complaining about that? Let me know in the comment section. How much do you think we should be paying Rasmus Hojlund per week? I think anything less than 100 is completely fair. He's 20 years of age. He still has a lot of developing to do. He's not the finished article. I say you bring him in, you put him on like an 80 to 100 grand a week contract with incentives. You know, if you score a goal, you get an extra 20, blah, blah, blah. And if he does really well, in a couple of years' time, we offer him a bigger contract. I would be absolutely sickened if we find out that Rasmus Hojlund's on, 200, 300 grand a week, because there is absolutely no way on earth that Rasmus Hojlund, warrants that type of contract. But as far as the story that's come out today says, he's on about 10 grand a week at the moment. Yeah, he earns 12,000 euros per week at the moment, and Manchester United are going to times his contract by around 8 times. So he'll be on about 80 grand per week at Manchester United, which I do think I think that's good. I'm happy with that. £80,000 a week. Not bad whatsoever. Do let me know in the comment section how you feel about that, guys. Are you happy with this reported salary? I think anything less than 100 grand a week is fair. If it's over 100, I think that's ridiculous personally. When people like Scott McTominay are on about 60, 70, Alanga's only on 10, I think anything more than 80 is too much for me. But do let me know in the comment section. This is a great question. We'll get a question in straight away. So Big T says, how many goals a season do you want Hojlund to score for 80 grand a week? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for that question. So the question is, guys, how many goals do you expect Hojlund to score for an 80 grand a week player? I said my expectation for Hojlund in his first season is 15 goals in the Premier League. That is if he is the main striker starting every single game. I expect him to score 15 goals in the Premier League. And if he does that, then we offer him a new contract. We offer him 150 grand a week. If he then scores 25, we offer him 200 grand a week. Do you see what I mean? It needs to work up gradually. Like, we can't just be paying ridiculous money to him from the very, very beginning, can we? He needs to be on a lower contract with incentives. And from what this report comes out today says, that we'll times his wage by about 7 or 8 times. So he'll be on about 70, 80 grand a week. Garnacho's currently on 50. So I think it needs to kind of fall in line with Garnacho. Somewhere between 50 and 70 would feel fair to me. But at the end of the day, this is his big move, isn't it? This is Rasmus Hojlund's big move. This is his big payday, if you like. Yeah, so he's obviously going to get paid well, isn't he? He's playing for Manchester United, the biggest club in the world. What do you guys really expect? We've got 300 people in the chat already today, guys. Absolutely incredible. Please do smash a like on the video. It doesn't cost any money. And please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So the story about his salaries coming out from this Italian journalist, he's called Alfredo Padula. He was really, really good around the Onana situation. And he says, Rasmus Hojlund currently earns £520,000 per year at Atalanta. I've just checked that, and that is true. I checked on Transfer Market. His new terms at Manchester United will be 7 to 8 times this amount should the two clubs finalise the transfer. So it looks like he's going to get a big pay rise. But at the end of the day, guys, he's moving from Atalanta to Manchester United. What do you really expect? That's obviously to be expected. So I have no issue with that whatsoever. I just hope that in the contract there's some incentives. If you score a goal, we'll give you this. If you get an assist, we'll give you that. I think that would be really, really good because I do think it's important to incentivize these young players. I know you could say they don't need incentivizing. They're playing for Manchester United, but I still think it's not a bad way of doing business. I think it is good to give young players an incentive because they know then that they can work the way up. They know then they can make more money if they, perform well and all the rest of it. So I have no issue with this whatsoever. As I said, Garnacho's on about 50 grand a week. So as long as it's not a ridiculous amount more than Garnacho, I have absolutely no issue with it whatsoever. Right, there's some breaking news coming in the last few minutes, guys. It's about the takeover. So this is coming in from Mike Keegan, who I know some of you dislike, some of you like. I think he's an okay journalist. I'm not going to take this word for word. So let me just read this out to you guys really, really quickly. And then, of course, I would love to get you guys' opinions on it. So this is coming out from Mike Keegan in the last 9 minutes. He says, there are now concerns among those involved in Manchester United's sale over whether the Glazers will sell. Some believe that the process may well be paused. The prospect of this lingering into autumn or even winter has been discussed in both camps. So for anybody who just missed that, Mike Keegan, a UK journalist, is reporting that both of the people involved in the bid, Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, are both concerned whether the Glazers will sell. And they both believe that the process may well be paused, i.e. that they just say nothing's happening, or that it might linger into autumn, which is what, like September or winter. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of that. Yeah, I really don't know what to make of that, to be completely honest with you guys. Like Mike Keegan, he's quite a good journalist, but I'm not going to be out. I'm not going to go and cry. Like, this is all over Twitter now. Everybody's talking about this. This story from Mike Keegan ultimately saying that the Glazers are thinking of pausing the sale. And, best case scenario, it will go on to autumn or winter. I don't know. It's come out from one journalist, so I'm not going to be too negative about it right now, guys. But do let me know your opinions on this in the comments section. He also does report, Mike Keegan, he says the Glazer family will still be in control of Manchester United when the Premier League season starts. I mean, that's kind of obvious. The Premier League season starts in like 3.5 weeks. So that's a bit of an obvious statement, Mike, to be completely honest with you, isn't it? There's no way that the new owners will be in within 3.5 weeks. So I think we can just disregard that one as rubbish. And the first statement I read out, people are going to paint this as all doom and gloom, but at the end of the day, guys, this is just another journalist who's trying to get some likes and clicks. So, I don't know. If this comes out from Fabrizio Romano, Bloomberg, the BBC, all these other places, then maybe we need to be worried. But at this point, this is one journalist putting out one story saying that he thinks that it might go on until autumn or winter. And it's like, well, to be honest with you, mate, that's kind of obvious. I mean, when does autumn start in the UK? I'm not very good with my season. So autumn starts in September. So this big headline that he's putting out everywhere, Mike Keegan, is that it might be paused until September. I mean, that's like what, 2 months? Like, that sounds about realistic to me. So when you see this stuff on Twitter, guys, just actually take a minute and think about it yourself, because a lot of the time it is like very scary headlines, and it's like the Glazer family will still be in control of Manchester United when the season starts. I mean, me or you could tell you that, couldn't you? They're obviously going to be here in 3.5 weeks. Let's not joke. Yeah, there's no way they're going to sell the club before the tour of America. No way, I don't think, in my opinion. At the end of the day, guys, yeah. There's a bit of breaking news coming in as well, guys. This is coming in from Manchester Evening News, saying that Manchester United are now in advanced talks with Inter Milan, not Inter Milan, Atalanta over Hojlund. They say United are now deep in negotiations with Atalanta over a deal for Rasmus Hojlund. Talks are currently ongoing over how much of the fee will be add-ons, with a fee north of around £60 million reported. The article claims that such amount would see United stay within financial fair play rules, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, they're reporting that Manchester United are now in advanced talks with Rasmus Hojlund, guys. That's really, really positive. I'm happy about that. Yeah, the fee is believed to be somewhere around £60 million, including add-ons. This hasn't been confirmed. This is just one story that's come out literally in the last kind of 20 minutes or so. It's being reported by The Independent and Manchester Evening News. The headline is that Manchester United are now in advanced talks for Rasmus Hojlund, deep in negotiations over a deal worth around £60 million, including add-ons. Let me know in the comments section, guys. How does everybody feel about that? £60 million, including add-ons? I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. But in relation to the takeover, let's go back to that. Yeah, so it's coming from Mike Keegan, who's ultimately saying that his sources have told him that they think it's going to go on till autumn or winter. I mean, okay, like, you know, journalists speak, we listen. That's how we work. We do, you know, we bring you guys the news and then we discuss it. That's what we've always done on this channel. I'm not going to pretend to know more than I do. I bring you guys the news and we can all discuss it as a community. So do get your comments in. What do you think? I mean, at the end of the day, guys, from my perspective here, if they don't sell by the time the season starts, there's going to be protests. 100%. 1,000%. And they're going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. They're going to get bigger and bigger until eventually games start getting called off, you know? Obviously, there's the 1958 group who organise all the protests. They did the one outside the mega store on the day of the shirt launch. Like, I know the Glazers don't care, and I've said to you on the channel before that I don't think protesting will actually make a whole lot of difference, but for the actual team, for Erik ten Hag, it's so negative to have this going on at the same time. Like, Erik this season needs to focus on the team. He had so many distractions last year, guys. He had the takeover, he had Cristiano Ronaldo, he had Sancho, he had Harry Maguire. He had about 4 or 5 major things to deal with, which some managers won't even deal with in their whole career. So he really needs to just focus on his football. And people protesting, people rioting, whatever might happen, obviously I get it. People should be allowed to voice their opinion as long as it's done peacefully and non-aggressively. That's fine. But it doesn't help the team because ultimately those fans will be outside the stadium protesting. They're not going to be in there supporting their team. So it is pretty disappointing. It really, really is. But at the end of the day, there's not really much we can say about it at this point. The story coming out from Mike Keegan is, as we just said, that apparently it's going to go on till autumn or winter. But as I said, guys, autumn starts in like 6 weeks. So take that with a pinch of salt. It's all headlines. It's all like really scary headlines. But when you actually break it down, him saying that he thinks it's going to go on till autumn, that's like 6 weeks away. So I'm not particularly worried about this new story, guys. So yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next one. So we've got some news on Onana coming in from James Ducker, who writes for The Telegraph. He is saying the following: Onana's medical and visa are running smoothly, still to be completed, and last bits of the deal with Inter and the player to be rubber stamped. So announcement not expected today at this stage. Possible announcement and travel to the US tomorrow. So it does look like Onana will be on that plane going to the USA tomorrow, guys. Very, very positive. The rest of the Manchester United team set off to New York straight after the game today at 6 p.m. from Edinburgh. So they'll be in the air now, guys. The rest of the team are in the air right now on the way to America. But James Ducker from The Telegraph is reporting that Onana's medical and visa have gone well, and he believes he will be on that plane tomorrow. So that's very, very positive. I definitely want to see Onana in those preseason matches. We've got over 400 people watching, guys. Absolutely incredible. Please do smash a like on the video really, really quickly. It really helps out the channel and gets more people into the community. And please do subscribe if you're new and hit the notification bell. But yeah, I'm super, super happy about that. There was some concerns over whether Onana would make it on the plane, and it does seem like he will, guys. James Ducker, as I just said, is reporting the medical's gone well. The visa seems to be complete, and it looks like he will be on that plane. But they don't expect the announcement to come tonight. So you won't see him in the Manchester United shirt tonight, guys, I don't think. But let's keep an eye on that one. Yeah, it looks like it's all going to be good for him to be on that tour, because I cannot wait to see Onana play, guys. I want to see him in that Manchester United shirt against Arsenal on Saturday. Fabrizio Romano's just tweeted as well. He's just said Andre Onana with a tick sign and a signed thing. So it looks like we're going to get the announcement very, very soon. 1 minute ago, Andre Onana, Fabrizio Romano tweets Andre Onana with the tick emoji and a hand signing emoji. So yeah, very, very positive. Really, really excited about this signing. Yeah. Just on another one, this isn't obviously a Manchester City channel, but Manchester City have just signed Kovar from Red Bull Leipzig. Here we go. That's a big signing for Manchester City. Massive signing. Yeah, so City have just signed Kovar. I know obviously this isn't a Manchester City channel, guys, but still, that is a massive signing. Anyway, let's move on to the next story. Right, so there's a story as well, just whilst we're talking about the takeover. We won't bore you with this all show, guys, don't worry. Final bit of information on the takeover that's come out today. Jamie Jackson, who is a journalist I do really, really like. Jamie Jackson has said the following: Sheikh Jassim has become frustrated at the length of the Manchester United sale process. He is unsure about the Glazers family's intent to sell. I mean, okay, that's kind of obvious as well, but I thought I'd bring it into the show. And then this is the bit that I didn't like. So the same journalist, Jamie Jackson, says the following: Sir Jim Ratcliffe is prepared for Manchester United's potential takeover to enter the new season and is putting no time frame on when the Glazers need to make a decision. Ratcliffe is yet to hear from the Glazers about the bid. So ultimately, guys, Qatar want the club now. Qatar want to take over. They want to start working their magic. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he's happy to stay silent in the corner. He's not going to complain. He's not going to say, oh, come on, Glazers, sell me the club. He's happy to wait there and wait until they've made the decision. You know, keep them sweet. There's two completely different approaches here, isn't there? There's Qatar, who want to come in, they want to clear the debt, and they want to immediately invest in the squad and make us successful. Whereas you've got Sir Jim, who doesn't want to do any of those things, and ultimately has said to them, I'm happy to wait as long as it takes. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, well, again, it's not the most exciting news, and it's not the most positive news, but it is what it is. There was one other little side story that I wanted to bring into the show really, really quickly. Now, apparently, Fabrizio Romano is reporting that Fred was one of the players that Manchester United tried to offer Atalanta. So if you guys missed it a couple of weeks ago, maybe last week, Manchester United had a player plus cash bid rejected for Rasmus Hojlund. So a little bit more of the stories come out since then, and Fabrizio has confirmed that apparently Manchester United ultimately tried to offer Fred to Atalanta plus cash for Rasmus Hojlund, which they immediately said no to. But I just find it quite funny. I really, really do. Fred isn't a bad player, he isn't, but I mean, if I was Atalanta, I wouldn't sell my star player for Fred. I would not do that swap deal. So fair play to Atalanta. It does kind of make sense. As well, guys, just a quick one. I will read out some of your questions in the second half of the show, so do get your questions in if you have anything you want to ask me. And if you want to join the members club, or if you want to do a super chat or any of that stuff, just hit the $sign and get involved. Right. Let's move on to the next story. Let's talk about Amrabat really, really quickly, guys. So we've had a story come in this afternoon. This is coming from Sport Witness and another journalist, an Italian journalist whose name I can't pronounce, but it's coming in saying the following. This is about Amrabat, guys. This is really, really positive. So on Amrabat, it says, Erik ten Hag has now put Amrabat on top of his priority list as new midfielder. Manchester United are waiting for offers for Fred, Donny van der Beek and Scott McTominay as they need to sell before moving. So it's a recurring theme here, guys. It's a recurring theme here, guys. At the end of the day, another journalist, another newspaper are reporting that Amrabat is Erik ten Hag's top midfield target, as we kind of already knew, and that as soon as Fred or Donny or Scott McTominay go, we will move in for him. So let's just hope that Fred isn't on that plane to America. I don't know what to think about Donny van der Beek. I don't. If anybody watched the game earlier, he obviously got his goal and he looked really, really emotional about it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with Donny van der Beek. I really, really don't. I do think he needs to leave the club, but I definitely think that Scott McTominay, Fred, I think all of them need to leave the club. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think the only thing for me that's maybe holding on to Donny van der Beek a little bit is like the fact that he did used to play well for Erik ten Hag, and they do clearly like each other in some way. But still, I still would get rid of him. I just think if we're going to get rid of him, there's no point taking him on that plane to America. I don't think we've had the confirmed list of who's gone on the plane yet, but as soon as we will get that, we will read it out to you guys. So Rajat's asking about doing a 5K Q&A live stream. Yeah, so we will. People in the chat have requested doing a question and answer stream at some point. So I don't know when that will be. I'll plan it at some point in the next few weeks. But yeah, we will be doing a Q&A type stream at some point in the next couple of weeks, guys. So yeah, I'll work out a way of getting your questions in and all the rest of it. Yeah. If anybody's got any suggestions on how you want me to do it and all the rest of it, then let me know. But yeah, of course, I'm happy to do that. No problem. Yeah, so there's another. Laurie Whitwell's also reporting that it doesn't look like Onana will be announced today, guys. It looked like it will be tomorrow. That doesn't make any difference to me. As long as Onana becomes a Manchester United player, I don't really care whether it's today or tomorrow. As long as he becomes a Manchester United player, I'm happy. So yeah. There is a bit of a quote coming in from Donny van der Beek as well. He says, this is Donny van der Beek after the game earlier on today. He says, it was great. It was my first game in 6 months. That's mental, isn't it? He says, I don't have to tell you what the injury... I don't have to tell you that the injury is such a mental difficult period. To be back on the pitch was great, and of course it is nice to score a goal as well. And Donny van der Beek does go on to say he was asked about whether he's going to leave the club this summer, and he says, there is still a chance I move, but we're keeping it open. So as it stands, guys, there isn't any guarantee that Donny van der Beek's leaving the club. He talked after the game, and that was exactly what he said, that there is a chance he'll leave, but they're not actually sure at this point. Right, everybody do smash a like on the video, please. We've got over 450 people watching. Absolutely incredible. Really, really, honestly, so good, guys. So massive shouts to everybody. Yeah, so we have got a story confirming that Andre Onana will join Manchester United teammates on the USA tour as soon as his medical is completed. So it does look like Onana will be going on the tour, guys. This has just come out in the last couple of minutes from Chris Wheeler and from another journalist as well, that Onana will join the rest of the Manchester United team on the tour of America. So he will be there, guys. Really, really positive. I was so worried about him not being in the squad, because as much as I like to see Matej Kovar, like, it is just pointless. He's probably never going to be the goalkeeper for Manchester United, to be completely honest with you. So we needed Onana on that plane, and it has just been confirmed that he will be going on the US tour. So for anybody who's watching the rest of the games across the tour against Arsenal, Real Madrid, you will get to see Onana. So I'm really, really excited about that one. Really, really excited. Right. I will read out some of your questions in a minute, guys. So keep the questions coming, and I will come back in a sec and read them out. Got a few more bits of news to rattle through, and then I will circle back to the chat. We're on the road to 6K subscribers now, guys. Absolutely madness, honestly. So crazy. So if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. Yeah, we're growing really, really quickly at the moment, guys. This community is, honestly, it blows my mind every single day. But anyway, so we've talked about Amrabat. Let's talk about Charlie Savage really, really quickly. Again, I know this isn't one of the most exciting names in the squad, but still, this is a news show and we bring you guys the news. So there's a story coming out that in the last 48 hours, Swansea, Sheffield Wednesday and Wigan have all registered an interest in signing Charlie Savage on loan. So it looks like Charlie Savage will get a move this summer, guys. It won't be a permanent deal. Obviously, the son of Robbie Savage, if anybody doesn't know who he is, he's a youth player. He looks quite good, though. He does look decent, Charlie Savage. He looks like he's going to get a move to another club on loan. So that's really positive. I do like seeing our young players getting their moves and all the rest of it. So, yeah. Exactly, yeah. So Malps is saying in the chat, where's our striker? Yeah, I mean, guys, the striker situation is actually, it makes me upset. It does. I was watching that game earlier and I was like, Mason Mount was playing as the striker. Then it was Jadon Sancho. Then it was Ahmad. Like, it was just like, what is going on here? The fact that we don't even have a single striker in the squad is mental. And you've got to remember as well, guys, like, Martial's not going on the tour. He's injured. So there's not going to be any strikers on the tour even. Anyway, somebody's asking about Ratcliffe buying Barcelona. I don't think Ratcliffe's buying Barcelona, guys. So yeah, unfortunately, that's a false alarm. Ratcliffe will not be buying Barcelona, I don't think. You never know, he might go back in for them if his bid's rejected. But I think he tried before, didn't he? And his bid was rejected or something. Yeah, I'm just so happy that Onana is going to be a Manchester United player, guys. I am. I just want to take a minute to just think about that and just like celebrate that, because we do have to celebrate these moments being a Manchester United fan, you know? It is pretty miserable a lot of the time, and when you sign, in my opinion, one of the best goalkeepers in the world for a good price, like, you've got to be happy about it. So yeah, really, really positive, and I can't wait to see him play for Manchester United. People saying massive protest needed. Yeah, honestly, like, there will be protests if the Glazers aren't gone by that Wolves game. 100%, 1,000%. And they'll start off probably quite timid, and then they'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I wouldn't be surprised if eventually games start getting cancelled and all the rest of it. Which, to be completely honest with you, like, I get it. I get why people protest. They want their voices to be heard, and you have a right to protest, you know, to be heard as long as it's done peacefully. But it probably will really affect our season next year if there's all of this negativity around the so this is breaking news. In the last 26 seconds, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Onana has signed his Manchester United contract, guys. So we can now say 100% Onana is a Manchester United player. It's not here we go. It's not he's flying on the airport. It's not where's his plane. It's not he's in a restaurant in Milan. Onana is a Manchester United player, guys. Fabrizio Romano has just confirmed it. Onana has just signed his contract. Let's all sing the song. Onana. What's my name? Oh, no. Anyway, I won't put you through any more of that. But yeah, literally in the last 30 seconds, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Onana has signed his Manchester United contract. Super, super positive. Couldn't be happier with this signing. Do let me know in the comment section, guys. How would you rate the Onana signing out of 10? I probably would give it, on the current goalkeepers available, right? I'm not trying to gas him up. I probably would give it a 10. I would. There's not a single goalkeeper available in world football that we could get at this exact moment in time that I'd prefer over Onana. 100%. Even Diogo Costa, I think he was a massive risk, to be completely honest with you guys. I was quite positive about him. I said, yeah, I wouldn't mind him, but Onana is a much better goalkeeper in my opinion. But yeah, do let me know in the comment section. Who would you have preferred Diogo Costa? Are you a bit like, I'm not sure about this Onana deal? Do let me know. I'd love to see you guys' opinions. But yeah, sing the song. I hope you're all singing the song at home, guys. Onana is officially a Manchester United player. No more, where is he? Is he in the airport? We had somebody in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's here today. When we were doing the watch along earlier, there was a guy called Craig in the chat, and he was, every 5 minutes, he was giving us live updates on where Onana's private jet was. I'm not even joking. He was like, guys, the private jet has just entered British aerospace. It is now flying past Milton Keynes. I can now see the aeroplane starting to go down. Like, we were literally getting updates every 5 minutes. So yeah, pretty funny. But yeah, Onana is a Manchester United player, guys. Everybody, let's just be positive. Let's just all celebrate, because we can talk about the takeover, we can talk about miserable stuff all day, but we've just signed one of the best goalkeepers in the world, guys. We've signed Erik ten Hag's #1 target, and I am absolutely buzzing about this. So yeah, really, really happy. Onana is a Manchester United player. I hope you guys are happy at home too. Yeah. Please do smash a like on the video, by the way, guys, and subscribe if you are new. Onana is a Manchester United player, confirmed by the man himself, Mr. Fabrizio Romano. That just feels like a weight off my back. It really, really does. It really does feel like a weight off my back. Onana, what's my name? Onana, what's my name? What's my name? Yeah, really, really happy. Yeah, it's coming out. Yeah, I feel a little bit speechless. I honestly do. It was one of those transfers that I just felt was doomed for a while. I really, really did. Yeah, I hope you don't mind the singing, by the way, guys. I hope you don't mind it. I won't make a habit of it, don't worry. But yeah, Fabrizio has confirmed it, so we don't ever have to talk about Onana ever again. We don't have to worry about whether he's going to pass his medical, whether he's going to get his visa, whether his plane's going to ever arrive. Like, honestly, the extent that this deal got to, like, that we had somebody in the live chat earlier who was literally giving me minute-by-minute updates on where his private jet was. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Like, fair play to him. That is commitment. But yeah, it was probably the most bizarre live stream I've ever been on. I was, every 5 minutes, this guy was just giving us updates. It was very strange, but I also have a lot of respect for it because, why not? Anyway, I'll read out some of your. Yeah, I'm buzzing, guys. I'm happy. We've got, at the end of the day, if you can't celebrate the positive things in life, then it's just like, especially being a Manchester United fan, it's just negative all the time, isn't it? At the end of the day. But yeah, I won't put you through any more singing. I've done the Onana song. I did promise I would sing it. I've sung it now, so that's that. Onana is a Manchester United player. Do get some questions in the live chat, guys, and I will read some out in the second half of the show. We've got about 2 minutes until the second half, so I will jump into some questions, and I will rattle through the rest of the news very, very quickly. Right. So we've got a bit of a quote coming out from Ten Hag on Johnny Evans. Now, I know most of you seem quite positive about this Johnny Evans thing, but some of you are a little bit unsure. So Erik ten Hag has said the following on Johnny Evans. He said, "You can see that he's a really fine character, his personality, he's a leader. He understands football, so it's nice to see him playing, and he really contributed to the good performance of the team in the second half." Now, I honestly think that we're going to give him a contract. I do. I think we'll have him for the whole of the season. I really, really do, guys. But, of course, let me know in the comment section, would you give Johnny Evans a 1-year contract at Manchester United? For me, it's a definite yes. You get rid of Harry Maguire. You give Johnny Evans a contract. He's got the experience. He's won 3 Premier Leagues, a Champions League, League Cups. He knows what it means to be a Manchester United player. You bring him in, and to be completely honest with you, he looked as good as Maguire. He did. Like, if you'd have told me that that was Harry Maguire and you put a different face on him, I wouldn't have known any different. He didn't look like he's lost his legs. He looked like he was fast. He looked like he knew what he was doing. So, yeah, I'm happy about it. So Fred says, do you think if someone else had wanted a goalie, we would have got him with our budget, Kieran? Yeah, well, I mean, the thing you've got to remember, guys, is Chelsea were really, really interested in Onana. So don't let rival fans tell you, oh, he's finished. Nobody else wanted him, blah, blah, blah. Like, Liverpool don't need a goalkeeper. Manchester City don't need a goalkeeper. Neither do Arsenal. And Chelsea have kind of got to make Kepa work because they spent, what, like £80 million on him. So Chelsea were really, really linked to Onana for a while, guys. And we got him. So I'm really, really happy about that. Don't let the rival fans say that he's finished and he's washed. Obviously, there might be a couple of games where he has a couple of dodgy mistakes, but that's just football, isn't it? That happens to people. So, yeah. So, Big T says, Kieran, do you think Johnny Evans will stay for 1 season and then take on a coaching role at the club? Yeah, 100%. So, I think what will happen with Johnny, as Big T says, I think he'll play this season as the 5th choice centre back, and then he'll become a coach at Manchester United. If you guys are unaware, Johnny Evans' wife is one of the presenters on MUTV. So he's literally so deeply aligned with the club, right? His wife works for MUTV. He played here for God knows how many years. So yeah, I would definitely get him in as a coach. We've just got a new member to the members club. Welcome, Multi Clapton. Thank you very much for joining the Daily Red Devil members club. If you do want to join, you can hit the $ and join. Any support is of course really, really appreciated. And again, massive shout outs to all of our members who have joined in the last couple of weeks. We're growing so quickly, guys. So massive shouts to everybody who is a member, and everybody welcome Multi Clapton, who is the latest member of the members club. Right, let's read out a few of you guys' questions then. All right, this is a great one. It's a bit stupid, but I quite like it. So Lumen says, Kieran, will you cut cake on live stream when the Glazers leave? All right, guys, how about this? I've made 2 promises to you already. Okay, one promise, this was months ago, or maybe a month ago. One promise was if we ever hit 250k subscribers, I'll give away this signed Paul Scholes shirt. The other one was when the Glazers go, I will give out a Manchester United shirt. And I'm also going to commit to getting a cake and cutting it live on air when the Glazers go. So those are my 3 promises to you guys. I know they're all a bit stupid, but why not? We may as well have a bit of fun. Otherwise, it's just a bit serious, isn't it? So yeah, those are my 3 promises to you guys. If there's anything else similar, then yeah. I literally can't get over it. I'm so happy with Onana. I am honestly. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, right? I'm gonna be completely level with you. For most of the day, I've been sat there in my head thinking, what if he fails his medical? I would think I was asking people on the live stream earlier. I was like, guys, like, how often do people fail their medical? Like, is it a possibility? Like, I genuinely was like thinking, is there a chance he could fail his medical? Because I'm so committed to this signing. I wanted him so badly at Manchester United that, like, I literally would have been devastated. I would have. Yeah, but he's obviously not failed his medical. Fabrizio's confirmed that he will become a Manchester United player, and he signed his contract. So you never know, guys. We might even get the pictures later on tonight. Of course, if that happens, I will, of course, go live. So do make sure you subscribe and do make sure you hit the notification bell because we will go live as soon as we get those pictures of him in the Manchester United shirt. But yeah, what they're saying on Twitter is that the pictures are being taken now and the contract's being signed. So it could be any minute. Somebody's saying get 10 beers. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what I'll do the day that the Glazers leave if they do. It will probably be like one of the most emotional days of my life. It really, really will. Right, so Big T has asked a question for everybody. Thank you, Big T. Big T says, do you think that Onana will get the Golden Glove this season? What does everybody think? Let me know in the comments section. Do you think Onana will get the Golden Glove this season? I don't think he'll get the Golden Glove personally, but I think he'll get about 15 clean sheets. I think he'll do really well. I think he'll come 2nd or 3rd in the Golden Glove ranking. Yeah, I think 2nd or 3rd in the Golden Glove ranking. I don't think he'll get it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section, guys. Do you think Onana will get the Golden Glove for the most clean sheets in the Premier League this season? I mean, he might do. David De Gea did it. Our defense are really, really solid, guys. You've got to remember that. But yeah, I don't think he will personally. We've got some quotes coming in from Onana as well, guys. Onana has said the following: to have been chosen to carry on this tradition makes me proud. I want to win trophies with my new colleague. So Onana is super, super happy about it. I'm super happy about it. Some of the people in the chat are happy about it. Some people in the chat are like, why is this guy so happy about it? But who cares? If anybody wants to laugh, all right, let's have a bit of a laugh for a minute. Let's take it down a bit. Steven Gerrard and his Saudi Arabian club are about to give Jordan Henderson 700 grand a week. I mean, I know this isn't a Liverpool channel, but I just thought that was funny. Steven Gerrard is going to pay Jordan Henderson £700,000 per week. Absolutely mental. Literally mental. The Saudi League is mad, isn't it? I don't know. I said on stream the other day that I genuinely think like within 10 years, like lots and lots of players will go there. Like I do. I honestly believe that. Because people do just go for the money, don't they? There's a story coming out in the last couple of minutes, guys, as well. So we've gone from the positive of an Onana to, unfortunately, a slightly negative one. So The Guardian are reporting that Chelsea are not interested in Harry Maguire. I mean, that's a bit of a party pooper moment, isn't it, guys? It's gone from Harry Maguire's going to Chelsea to apparently now The Guardian are reporting that Chelsea are no longer interested in Harry Maguire. I think they're going from that Gaya guy from Crystal Palace. I don't know how you say his name. It's like Guehi. So yeah, apparently Chelsea are not interested in Harry Maguire anymore, and they're going to go for this. I don't know how to pronounce it. If anybody knows in the chat how to... Mark Gaya? I'm probably saying his name wrong, aren't I? But you know who I mean. He plays for Crystal Palace. Apparently they're going in for him now. Big T says, do you think Henderson had to go so Gerrard would have someone who understood him? Yeah, probably. I don't know. That video is funny, isn't it? If you've seen that video, guys, of Steven Gerrard trying to coach the players. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Everybody just joining late. I will summarise at the end of the video. Yeah, it doesn't look like Chelsea are after him, but there are plenty of other clubs where Harry Maguire can go. So let's hope he's already packed his bag. And let's hope that he's not on that plane to America tomorrow, because otherwise we might be stuck with him, to be completely honest with you. That's just a damning thought, isn't it? To be stuck with Harry Maguire for one more season. Really not something I want to look forward to be completely honest with you. Right, we've got a few more stories to get through, guys, so I'm going to move on now. So there's a story coming out about Matej Kovar, the backup goalkeeper. He played in the first half today, and he looked really, really good. He did. I want to just say a massive shout-outs to all the youth players who played in that second half today against Lyon. They look quality again. They really, really did. So big ups to them. So this story's coming in. It's coming from the Sparta Prague sporting director. So if anybody was unaware, Matej Kovar was on loan at Sparta Prague last season in the Czech Republic League. He won the league there. I think he got the Golden Glove, whatever you call it. And he says, the fact that Matej Kovar is playing today means nothing. We are still in contact with Manchester United, but we cannot wait forever. So as it stands, guys, it looks like Matej Kovar might move to Sparta Prague on a permanent deal. I know that's not the most exciting bit of news, but it kind of helps you understand why we're looking at the Suzuki guy. It looks like this Matej Kovar guy will be sold. I'm not really sure why, to be honest. He does look quite good. But at the end of the day, guys, we've got to trust Ten Hag. He is the man. We've got over 500 people in the chat today, guys. Absolutely incredible. Amazing achievement. Please do smash a like on the video, guys. Let's see how many likes we can end up with. And please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Robert says, Kieran, the United share price has fallen 6.13% today. Bad news. I'm not sure, to be completely honest with you. I've kind of stopped looking at the stock prices because I think a lot of the time it's quite hard to read. Anybody who's joining late, what might play a part in it is a couple of journalists have come out saying today that they've been told, or sources have told them, that the sale is either going to be paused or won't go through until the autumn or winter, which is like the autumn begins in September in England and the winter begins in January. So yeah, they're already saying that the best case scenario is that the sale won't happen until between September and March, kind of thing. So I guess that would make the market then feel negative about it. You know, if there's multiple different journalists putting out this story that the takeover might be paused, the Glazers might not want to sell. It's just all of the same stuff over and over again. And then tomorrow we'll probably get a Qatar newspaper saying that Sheikh Jassim's just signed the contract and it's going to be 24 hours. You know what I mean? It's just swings and roundabouts at the moment, guys. You get one bit of negativity and then you get the next day Sir Jim's out of the race, and then the next day you get, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not really sure like what we can take from it as fans. Different journalists say different things every single day. You know, one will say something, the next day someone will say something different. So it's very, very difficult. And at the end of the day, the one thing you do have to remember is they both have non-disclosure agreements. They both aren't allowed to leak stuff to the press. So at this point, we can only take what the clear facts are. The facts are that Qatar want to take over now. That's obvious. And I'm not surprised that Sir Jim Ratcliffe's willing to wait, because if you think about it, guys, if you look at what he pledged to do, he's not building a new stadium. He's not clearing the debt. So him coming in now doesn't actually make any difference. Like, whereas Sheikh Jassim sees it as, if I come in now, I can clear the debt, I can spend X amount more this transfer window, I can help Ten Hag, blah, blah, blah. But do you see where I'm going with this, guys? So we've just got to take the bits of it that we think are reliable and just kind of run with it ourselves. That's all we can really do at this point. Right, I'm going to read out some of your questions now, guys. So do get your questions in. Put the letter Q in front of your message, and I will try and read out as many as possible. Malp says, what's going on with Suzuki? So we do have an update on Suzuki for you guys really, really quickly. So if anybody is unaware of Suzuki, Zion Suzuki, 20-year-old Japanese goalkeeper. He plays in the Japanese league. He looks very, very similar to Onana by way of his profile and how he plays. Apparently, he's got a release clause of 5 million. Manchester United have been negotiating already for the last couple of weeks with the player directly, and personal terms are believed to have been agreed already. So it is just a case now of Manchester United paying the... I was about to say paying the ransom. It's not a ransom, is it? It's a release clause. My head... You can see my head's all over the place, guys. I'm still so excited about the Onana deal. Yeah, so all Manchester United need to do now is just pay the release clause, and he will become a Manchester United player. And I do think that this Kovar leaving the club kind of paves the way for... it paves the way for Suzuki to join the club. Right, we've hit our likes target of the video, guys. So I am going to start a poll really, really quickly. The poll for today's video is going to be... All right, so the poll for today's video is going to be, when will the Glazers sell? Summer... Autumn, winter, never. All right. So the question is, guys, when will the Glazers sell? Oh, it just says, when will the Glazers? But you know what I mean. The question is, when will the Glazers sell? So summer is obviously now. Autumn is from September onwards. And winter is from January onwards. So let me know in the comment section what your reasons are. And of course, I will look forward to reading them. Irvin says, can the Glazers get done with stock manipulation if they decide to stay? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you, Irvin. I've seen people say yes, they can. But the thing you have to remember, guys, is the Glazers from the very, very beginning just said that they were looking at financial options. They never said they were selling. At no point they've said they were selling. They said they were looking at financial options. So they could probably get themselves out of this, to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not going to... Yeah, somebody's putting in the chat about the Rasmus Hojlund contract. Yeah, so if anybody joined the stream late, apparently Manchester United will pay Rasmus Hojlund around 70 to 80 million, 70 to 80,000 pounds per week, which is about 7 or 8 times what he's being paid at Atalanta, which I have no issue with. I think at the end of the day, we're Manchester United, we pay ridiculous wages. So yeah, 70 to 80 grand a week is not bad. If it was 200 grand a week, I would obviously be a bit bothered, but it's not. So anyway, we move on. Right, this is another great question. Amnat says, Kieran, what do you think? Who are the academy players you want to see in our season next year? So in relation to the players in the academy, guys, I would like to see Alvaro Fernandez, the left back, get a game or two. I'd like to see Kobe Mainoo get some game time. And other than that, that's probably it, being completely realistic with you guys. I don't think any of the others are going to break through this season, but do let me know in the comment section. Who do you want to see from the youth team in the squad next season? I mean, at the end of the day, guys, it all depends on how much deadwood we get rid of. If we get rid of 3-4 players this summer, then I do expect us to see, you know, a couple more youth players in there, but it all depends, doesn't it? Right, guys, we're 50 subscribers away from 5,300. So if everybody who is watching isn't subscribed, please do subscribe. Let's see if we can hit that by the end of the video. That'd be really, really positive. So John says, John's question is, what's his name? Are we going to sing it again, guys? Oh, no, no. What's my name? Oh, no, no. I don't think I have a terrible voice, to be completely honest with you. I mean, I'm not going to go and like do open mic or anything, but I think my voice is actually okay. I mean, maybe it's not. Let me know in the comment section. Is my voice awful? I'm not going to be offended if you say it is, guys. Don't worry. We're all having a bit of fun here. Right, someone says, what formation and setup would you like next season? That's a great question as well. I will echo that back to the chat. Let me know in the comment section what formation you'd like to see Erik ten Hag play next season. I'm going with 4-3-3. I'm going Luke Shaw, left back, Varane and Martinez. I'm going Wan-Bissaka at right back and Onana as goalkeeper. I'm going for a midfield three of Casemiro, Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes. I'm going for Rasmus Hojlund up front, Marcus Rashford on the left and Anthony on the right. That's my preferred lineup for next season. 4-3-3. More attacking than it was last year. Last season we played 4-2-3-1. I think 4-3-3 will be better, to be completely honest with you. Yeah. So this is another bit of positivity. Someone says, I seriously think Onana is the only keeper in the world that can command and get fans as excited as they do with a striker. Amazing. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you guys. When was the last time you saw so much hype around a goalkeeper signing? Like, I can't remember it. I honestly can't. Like, when Arsenal got Ramsdale, everyone was like, oh my God, he's going to flop, he's rubbish. When Chelsea got Kepa, everyone was like, why the hell are they paying 80 million for Kepa? Like, I don't remember the last time there was this much hype around a goalkeeper. Maybe Alisson to Liverpool, but I still don't feel like it was the same, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's a great point. Amlat says, another question. What do you think of Van der Beek and Fred? Where the hell is McTominay? I think Fred and Van der Beek will leave, guys. I don't think Scott McTominay will leave personally. I'd like him to leave, but I don't think he will. I think he'll stay. But again, it's not up to us, is it? It's not up to us. Do you know what's really, really funny as well? I wanted to just bring this into the chat. Okay, this is a bit of a rant. You know I don't do negativity, but does anybody else find it funny how whenever Manchester United sign a player, the only thing that gets mentioned, right, is the fee? Yeah? Every rival fan, oh, you just spent 40 million on a goalkeeper. Oh, you're going to spend 60 million on Rasmus Hojlund. We get berated about the fee. All the agents, all the journalists, all they ever mention is the fee, right? Fabrizio's just put this here we go for Gvardiol to Manchester City, and there's not a single mention of the fee. I swear there never is with Manchester City. Nobody ever knows, do they? And then you find out that they've just paid £100 million for a centre-back. I mean, it's just laughable, isn't it? It really, really is. Everybody's just so obsessed with Manchester United that they just try and, like, ruin any bit of positivity we have, don't they? It is frustrating, but that's just because we're so big, guys. That is the general gist of it. Right. Big up Bob the Builder. He says, keep the videos coming, mate. I will. Don't you worry. Anybody who's new, we're live at 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. every single day. And we do go live in the middle of the day if there's any breaking news. So yeah, make sure you are subscribed and make sure you hit the notification bell. We did do a watch along for the game earlier. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Some of you might not care, but I'm just going to mention it anyway. I'm still kind of trying to get my head around the watch alongs. I'm not sure. Put it this way, right? I don't enjoy the watch alongs as much as I enjoy doing these streams with you. Like, I love doing these ones. I love it. I love the conversation. I love how interactive it is. I love the back and forth. And I love, like, everybody in this community, like the banter and all the rest of it is so good, guys. But the watch alongs, I'm still trying to get my head around. I'm not sure at the moment, but yeah, I'm going to keep doing them, but I'm a little bit, like, not that excited about them at the moment. I'm just being transparent with you guys, you know? This is a community for all of us, so I'm not going to shy away from how I'm feeling about stuff. But yeah, I love doing these shows. Honestly, I look forward to it. So anyway, sorry about that. I just thought I'd bring it in because I thought it was important. Okay, so John's asked a really good question. John says, if we don't get Rasmus Hojlund for a reasonable price, who do you think is a viable option instead? So I'll echo that back to the chat. So John is worried that if we don't get Rasmus Hojlund, who will we get? Which is a fair point. It really, really is. Now, John, I assume you weren't on the stream yesterday, but Manchester United are actually in talks with Kolo Muani as well. This was coming out from David Ornstein from The Athletic. He reported yesterday that Manchester United are at the moment speaking to both Kolo Muani and Rasmus Hojlund. So there's a possibility of either of those players coming to Manchester United. So if Rasmus Hojlund doesn't come, we'll go for Kolo Muani. That seems to be the most likely option. This might just be a negotiation tactic, but if Atalanta say no, we want £80 million and Manchester United aren't willing to pay it, I think Kolo Muani will be our next striker. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one, guys. At the moment, though, it looks like it will either be Colin Mawani or Rasmus Hojlund. And just to be clear, guys, we will still be doing the watch-alongs. I'm just saying at the moment, I'm still trying to get the hang of it. It's like very new to me. I've only done 2, whereas we've probably done about... We've only been going for 5 weeks, but we do these shows 2 times a day. We've probably done over 60 of these shows, guys, together, right? Whereas I've only done 2 watch-alongs, so it's still very, very new to me. Now, we can't show the live game, unfortunately. I mean, that's the most positive comment I think I've ever seen. 24 Connex says, "You were built for the screens, bro. Sky is going to snatch you up soon, I swear." I mean, honestly, guys, I really do appreciate you all. I really, really do. Like, I love doing this, as I just said. I'm doing this as a pure passion project, guys. And if it becomes anything more than that, then obviously I'll be absolutely over the moon. But I'm not... I didn't enter this this world, whatever you want to call it, this industry, whatever, you know, whatever the term is, to make money or to become famous. Like, I have no interest in, like... I have no interest in being famous, put it that way. I mean, money is one thing, but again, I'm not driven by money in this sense, because I have something else I do which is successful. So this is purely a passion project. So I really do appreciate everybody who comes on every day, and I love the conversation. So massive shouts to everybody in this community. Right. I will read out a few more questions. But I'm going to rattle you through a bit more of the news. We've got 10 minutes left of the show, guys. We've still got nearly 500 people in the chat, which is absolutely unbelievable. Do make sure you like the video if you haven't already. Got a couple more stories to get through really, really quickly, and then I will read out a few of your comments. But yeah, again, massive shouts to everybody supporting. I do honestly really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, all of the news now, guys, is just pinning towards this Onana announcement. That's what we're waiting for. Everybody's waiting on this Onana announcement, me included. Somebody says, I mean, this all comes into the Q&A bit, doesn't it? But John, the same person who asked before, he says, if this is your passion, what's your day job? So I work in the entertainment industry, I guess you'd call it. And not adult entertainment before you guys start getting ideas. I work in the music industry. Yeah, I think as soon as you say the entertainment industry, people think you're talking about weird stuff, don't you? But yeah, I work in the music industry. That's what I do as a job. So it is kind of linked to this in some ways. It's entertainment, you know, events, etc., etc. But I've never done anything like this before. I've never done like talking in front of a camera. I've never done radio shows. This is the first time I've done anything like this. So yeah. But yeah, again, thanks for all the positivity, guys. I really do appreciate it. We've got like 8 minutes left of the show, so I will read out a few more of your questions really, really quickly. We've kind of got through all of the news now. Anybody who joined late, we talked about the takeover for quite a while, so you can rewind and watch that back if you do want to check that bit out. Rasmus Hojlund is apparently going to earn around 70 to 80 grand a week at Manchester United, which I have no issue with. And Onana has officially signed his contract as a Manchester United player. The medical has been done. Fabrizio has confirmed it, and we will get those pictures of him very, very soon. Yeah, and Manchester United are on the plane now to America as well, guys. So we will see pictures of them probably in America and all the rest of it. So somebody says, how long ago did you create your channel? So again, somebody's asked, so I'll tell you. So I've got a bit of a story with this. I created the channel or had the idea 2 years ago, right? So I registered the YouTube channel 2 years ago, but it literally has taken me 2 years to build up the confidence to upload stuff. I was telling people on the live stream earlier that I've still got videos I recorded 2 years ago. I've got them on my computer, which I never uploaded. And honestly, when I compare it to now, right, it's honestly unrecognizable. And I did say to everyone that if you did want to see it, I would upload one at some point. I don't know what I'll title it. I'll just upload it as like a video I recorded 10 years ago or whatever, right? But yeah, honestly, so I did it. I started it 2 years ago, but I didn't upload any videos until about 4.5, 5 weeks ago. So we started 5 weeks ago, but I had the idea for 2 years ago. Yeah, so that's the story of the channel. It's taken me a couple of years to kind of build up the confidence to do it. And yeah, right, I feel like this is a good point to wrap up the video, guys. I really, really do. This has been an absolutely incredible stream this evening. We've had over 500 people watching. We've had some great communication. It's been really interactive, exactly what I like from this channel. Again, massive shout out to everybody who has joined us this evening. Please, please, please smash a like on the video on your way out. It doesn't cost any money. It really helps the channel. And please do subscribe if you're new. yeah, I'll catch you guys at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. If we get the official photos of Onana in the Manchester United shirt, then obviously we'll go live as well. But so make sure the notification bell is you click the button when you subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Lots of love. Have a nice evening or day wherever you are in the world, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Peace out.